you doing, everybody? So this is the long-awaited, very much late, Rapidan and Rappahannock River fishing and camping trip that I go on annually with my brother and friends. This trip was kind of crowded. Historically, it started out as like 10 guys. This trip, we're up to about 25 or 26 people. I mean, it was a fleet. We had a lot of canoes and kayaks. But anyway, first thing I'm going to do with this video is show you the gear that I was using. And I'll point out some structure as well. But the first one I'm using right here, the first lure, is about a 3-inch pearl banjo minnow. I'm going to zoom in on it in a moment. Now, if you're not familiar with the banjo minnow, I think it's probably one of the only like telemarketed, gimmicky fishing lures to ever actually be a quality lure. I've caught so many fish on this thing. The only thing I really recommend is that you don't use the stock hooks. I would switch over to a much better hook, because I just missed the fish here because I was using the stock hook, and it was about a 17, 18-inch smallie. Real nice fish, and I missed it because the hook was just dull. It's a damn shame to admit that I roll out with an unchecked hook on the first day of this camping trip, but it is what it is, man. But the rest of the rig is about a 5-foot-long ultralight rod with 4-pound test. And this is my light rig. And using a rig that light can cause you some pain, but the action, the feel, the sensitivity, and the challenge when it comes to reeling in a big fish in that ultralight, I don't have a problem with it. So you saw me with the banjo minnow. That's a subsurface lure. It's weightless. It's generally for shallow water fishing. I have the whopper plopper on for your top water. And I have one more lure I'm going to show you that pretty much allows me to cover the gamut on this particular river. I have the minnow patterns, the whopper for the subsurface. I have the whopper plopper to cover my top water fishing, which really comes in handy later. You get to get some excellent blow-ups. And the last lure I'm using, and I'll show it to you in a moment, is a 5-inch wacky rigged green pumpkin red flake Senko. And that allows me to mimic the crayfish pattern. Now, I could have a frog on, but I don't think it's really needed as long as you have the whopper plopper. I think that covers that particular facet of the forage base. But here's the first fish I landed. Not too much to talk about with it, though.
Fish on.
Yeah, my friend's giving me crap on the side, as I didn't say fish on. And there's the wacky rig Senko. And I think I'm using like I know it's an octopus. I'm not sure of the actual size. But I'm using an octopus for the hook on this wacky rig, because if you're not familiar with using wacky rigged Senkos, if you miss the hit...
I missed one about 5 times his size right here.
Yeah, yes I did. But if you miss the hit on a Senko, they can actually swallow that. And it's really nice to have that circle hook in there. It really helps to get the hook out of the fish. But there's a lot of smallmouth in this river, especially in the upper stretches, but there's also some very big ones. They'll come up later.
On the Rapidan River. 2017 camping trip.
Yeah, but this is just it's what I think of as the rite of passage on this trip.
The crew is gonna catch up slowly. I'm getting to the fish.
But yeah, our 25-man, 26-man fleet was put way behind because there happened to be some construction on the road. That when they were going back to drop the vehicles off at the bottom, because we stage vehicles at the top and the bottom at the put in and take out points, they were overdue like 2 hours. But my friends know that I can't wait that long and not fish, so I wasn't going to, but they told me, like, just go fishing, dude. And I was like, okay. Oh, but here's a note. Look at where the grass is in this back eddy, right off the current. These areas were hot. Those smallmouth will sit there with nose looking into the current and just wait for something to pounce on. Here as well, the transition zones between shade and light. These transition zones were key.
Fish on.
Transition zones between current and non-current, shadow, non-shadow. And of course your structure, rocks and logs. But those transition zones were fantastic. A nice little fish, probably about 9 inches, but really, it's a small one. But I love smallmouth fishing, man. I love creek, river smallmouth fishing.
Fish on, but it's not a big one.
Now this little sucker, I put this in here just, if you're not familiar with smallmouth, they're voracious. This thing is only slightly bigger than the whopper plopper that he destroyed. But it's just, this river is such a blast. The fish density is just mind-blowing on this river. And if you don't like catching small fish, that's fine. I love catching pretty much all of them, and I catch some big ones later. But when it comes right down to it, if you don't like catching small fish, you could roll in here with bigger lures. You'll catch less, but you'll probably catch bigger. Now here's another note right here. You can take that banjo minnow nose rig and put a gulp minnow or gulp lure or pretty much any soft plastic lure on it instead.
Fish on. Not huge, but probably the fish of the day thus far. Yep. You're shit my worm off, you son of a gun, you.
That's a slightly better fish. I don't know. Probably topping 10 inches at this point, man. But they're just so pretty and so much fun, man. I love how smallmouth fight.
Fish on. Nice one.
Yeah, you can hear me a little more excited here.
No, not that. Not there. Get out of there. Yeah. No, up, yeah.
Like I said, this is 4-pound test and a 5-foot ultralight action rod.
Oh, crap.
So if she wraps me around a rock or a log, there's a good chance I'm done. It's quality line. It'll hold up for a little bit, but not for any extended stretch. Yeah, the past 3 years, this water here has been murky because we just happened to go right after a rain. And I'll post a link or a note, probably in the comments or maybe on the part 3 of this series, that shows the USGS water monitor. And it actually tracks turbidity, which, if you're not familiar with turbidity, it's the amount of particulates in the water column. In other words, water clarity. So that's a great thing to be able to check before you go fishing. Look at that. Oh, it's so gorgeous. But this year, the water was clear. And if the water is clear on these 2 rivers, it is phenomenal smallmouth fishing. Had the water been a little bit more stained, I probably would have had a kind of a square lip crankbait, maybe a jerk bait.
There we go.
Something to provide some more sound attraction. But the water was clear, so I pretty much just went with finesse baits. But yeah, it's always nice to have somebody close by to show your nice fish too.
Yeah.
Look at the patterns on her.
Yeah, there's giant schools of shad, catfish, all kinds of stuff moving around.
Yeah, I was floating over schools of like literally 150 to 200 blue cats, shad. I mean, this river is packed full of fish. The fish density is just incredible.
All right, gorgeous.
I love watching them go. But in the last video, I'll give you notes on exactly where we put in and exactly where we took out. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Sometimes that's how it goes, man.
Man.
That was a nice one I just lost. It sure was. I found that
Little guy on.
one of the best ways to fish the faster water here is actually with the whopper plopper, as long as it's not too deep,
Thank you.
because the current's going to be moving you along at a pretty good clip.
Whew. Boy, she hit it like a freaking freight train. If I had lost her, I would have said this fish was 3 or 4 pounds based on the hit.
Yeah, she smashed it.
She hit like a monster.
As is just a decent fish, but she hit like a 3 or 4 pound fish, man.
At most. Not a long fish. Very thick, but certainly not long. There we go.
Yeah, this faster water, cast into those back eddies, cast into the shoreline, the whopper plopper was excellent in that regard. As it's hard to fish like a wacky rig Senko or something like that if the current's moving you too fast. But a whopper plopper, not really an issue. I suppose you could do the same with a jerkbait or something like that, but I have more faith in the whopper plopper than I do jerkbaits. That's just my experience fishing.
Well, I don't see any real good option here. The water's pretty low everywhere.
Now, the water was a little bit low this year.
Dragging through here.
That's good because it concentrates fish.
Oh, yeah. Here comes the first dragage.
Yeah. Excuse the language.
Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep dragging. Let's go. Let's go.
But in some cases, we were dragging through a few of these holes.
It's a little better from here on out. A little better.
Now, I've been here for the opposite when the water's really high. It's definitely something you'll want to check. Through the same USGS water monitor I was talking about, you can check flow rates. And I would definitely scout that out before you plan a trip out here, because you don't want to be out here when it's raging. The fishing is terrible anyway. Unless you're into that whitewater stuff.
And down.
I'm not really. I'm here for the fish, man. Well, the fish, the scenery, the experience, but
and we're good.
If I can't fish, I'm going to be in a bad mood.
Fish on. Nice one. Oh, nice one. Oh, yeah. Oh, and he's got friends. Oh, and he's got friends.
You see me open the bail on my Cinco right here? I'm trying to drop that down for the followers.
Right into the hole. No, smallmouth, no.
And every once in a while, it works. It actually works out. Like, I'll have a follower come and grab whatever I'm hanging off the boat as I'm reeling in the other one. It makes for some freaking chaos. But
gorgeous fish, though.
It can work. If you want to risk that kind of chaos, it can work.
Gorgeous fish. Come on there. Come on there, big girl. Woo! Give me a bath, huh?
I love this trip. Man, I love this trip.
Give me a bath, are we? Trying to see I stink. Is that it? There she is. Got the other hook in my paddle leash. There we go. There's a good looking fish.
Hmm. Back off she goes. I don't really keep bass for the most part.
Fish on, this little guy.
If I was doing some type of survival, like backpacking camping trip, I would. But generally speaking, the largemouth, smallmouth, they hold a special place in my heart, man. I find it hard to keep those guys. Hey, one side note. I've been coming out here for a while. People generally respect it.
All right, it's rapids time.
So if you do come out here, please police up after yourself. It's surprisingly pristine for being so near to Fredericksburg.
Yeah, this is rough today.
Now watch this. I am about to get into a jousting competition with my rod and a log. And it could have broke, which would have been devastating on the first day of this trip, but luckily it didn't. But you'll see it. Watch it slow-mo with the rod tip on the right and this big log in the water. I'm about to joust with it. Watch. Hit it straight point first, and it's going to bend in half, and luckily it just springs off. That could have been catastrophic.
Thank you, Rod. Whew! That could have been a broken rod real easy.
Now, with our fleet of 20-some people, some people didn't fare too well. So they're down here bailing out.
Yeah, this is rough today. This is a little bit rougher than usual today. Still got my rod.
That's the funny thing about water levels.
Still got my rod.
Sometimes the water levels make it easier on some rapids, and sometimes it makes it harder on some rapids. It just depends on the particular rapids that you're dealing with.
Thank you, Rod. Woo! That could have been a broken rod real easy.
Oh yeah, and here's my setup right here. I've done a lot of aftermarket mods to it, but if you're just looking at small water, it's really not a bad setup. It's a decent price range, about $400, $500 at most. But I definitely recommend one of the kayak skirts like this because it keeps a lot of water out of that. I tend to outfish everybody out here. There's no two ways about it. Oh yeah. They know I love fishing too. So yeah, when you're coming out here, highly, 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 highly recommend you tie down all your stuff. I don't care if you're in a canoe, I don't care if you're in a kayak. Tie everything off and tie it down. So when it comes time for you wanting to flip something to get water out, if the worst happens, you can flip it, not lose anything. More importantly, if you actually flip the hell over in the water, you don't lose everything. I mean, I've been on like kayak rescue missions here where I'm picking up beers, I'm picking up floating yogurts and fruit packs and fishing rods. This one guy here that I'm actually helping out right now, he lost a fishing rod back up in those rapids. You really need to tie your stuff down and tie it off, or if you actually flip, it's gonna go bad.
If I can't find you,
yeah, my brother knows I'm usually the last one. I'm always the last one to come into camp here. Most everybody else will beat feet to the campsite. I take my time and pick this water apart. Relatively speaking, anyway. If I really wanted to fish it out, it would take way longer.
What about smallmouth? Good deal.
I wouldn't be getting there till after night.
I'm going real slow and just working the water, man.
The variation in their coloration is so fascinating. You saw that particular one right there. It was pretty much a solid bronze tan color. Other ones are mottled.
We just finished tipping their canoe to drain it. I'm real lucky my rod didn't break. That log that's up there, that's the real pain in the... Oh, are you the one that Alex and Mike bounced off of? You probably...
Yeah, they actually got stuck up against that log, and my brother's canoe bounced off them to get downstream. Here we go. That was a monster. That was a monster that rolled on that and just missed it. Oh, that was a big smallie.
Oh, that was a big one. Oh, that was a big one. Man. Gotcha. That's not her, but that's a... Oh! Holy...
You just have those moments, man. Back-to-back misses. It's painful.
Boy, they're missing me and I'm missing them left and right.
Here comes some more fast water right here. Relatively speaking. If you're a whitewater kayaker watching this, you're going to be like, really? But I mean, if you're a fisherman with fishing gear and camping gear, it gets kind of sporty. But as you're going through these, the best thing to do is to scout them out. Like, if you can, get close. Because, like, right there, I just saw what I call a horizon in the water. It's, like, literally a drop, like, where I can't see where the water's flowing on the opposite side of the falls. That means you're talking a significant drop.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Going. Woo! Woo!
But that's a note I've made before. When you're going through fast water like this, especially if you're in a canoe, do not stop paddling. Because odds are, if you stop paddling, you're going to grab onto the rails. If you grab onto the rails, you're going to pull your boat over. You're going to flip. So once you're in that water, keep moving, keep paddling.
Paddle hard, man. Paddle hard. Let's get it. Go, paddle. Yeah. Lean to the left. It's your best option. Best option. Paddle hard. Paddle, paddle, paddle. Paddle. There you go. You got it. Yeah. Oh shit, not now, not now. Paddle, paddle. Oh hell, here comes Dan and them. I'm gonna go up there and get the video.
Okay, did you get her on?
Yeah.
Did you get on?
Yeah.
You got us go too?
Yeah. Not so much.
Yeah. My brother's one of the more experienced guys out here. He doesn't want me to catch him on video getting water in.
Alright, hit it hard, paddle hard. Keep pounding, keep pounding, keep pounding. Don't stop, don't stop. Yeah.
Yep. They went a little bit to the left of that big rock right in front of me. It worked out well for them.
Alright, the middle seems like the best shot. We'll see how it goes.
But you can tell from these log jams, this river floods big time. Like when they get heavy rains,
Yeah.
this is not a place to be.
Smooth sailing.
But it's just such a gorgeous river. I mean, look at this path here. I recommend this
sir.
place so highly.
That'd be how it's done. Fish on. Decent one.
Look at that. Those smallies, acrobats, man.
Oh man, she was right next to the boat. Right next to the boat when I saw her. I got the coaxer in there.
Yeah, now the Senkos are excellent for that.
God, I love those little.
So with a Senko, you can often see a fish. He'll see you, but if you place that lure correctly in its path
Come here, gorgeous.
and work it correctly,
Come here, gorgeous.
it's hard to describe that. It depends on the fish, but it's the timing of the twitch and the aggressiveness of the twitch. You can get them to bite even when they've already seen you, and you get to watch the strike. Oh, I love those times, man. But here's a nice one.
It's a nice one.
Here's a good one here.
It is a nice smallmouth. Yeah, nice fish. Definitely. Oh, wow. Oh, you had a friend who was trying to get it. You had a friend the same size. Oh, no. No, I don't want to go in that hole yet. I don't want to go in that hole yet.
But around the edge of that rock is a deep hole.
Oops, whoops. Oh, problem. There we go. Is out of the way. There we go. No. I don't want to go in that hole yet, guy. I don't want to. Don't want to. No. I won't do it. No.
I managed to save that hole for the most part, but
Yeah.
not completely.
All right. Yeah. That might be the fish of the day thus far. That's a good smallmouth. He is. Nah, I think the first big one I caught is a little bigger than that. All right, let's get you some air. Just want to get your picture. Just want to get your picture. That's all.
And the weather was so perfect out there. Birds singing, fantastic. Now, I had meant to bring my
Thank you.
face mask and selfie stick to do some GoPro diving in here and chase these fish. But somehow, on the way down the river, I lost the adapter that goes on the end of the selfie stick to attach the GoPro. So, there was none of that.
Got him.
It really bummed me out,
Got
man. I
him.
wanted to swim with these fish bad.
Yep.
I had missed this fish twice. And then I lost her. Ah.
Oh, man. Fish on. Not huge, but better than I thought. I thought it was a itty bitty little thing. But
Now, you see some more species later. But this river also has striper from time to time, striped bass, yellow perch, white perch, catfish, pickerel, rock bass. I even saw a snakehead on the second day up in the Rapidan. So, I mean, I can't say enough about these two rivers, the Rappahannock and the Rapidan. I really can't. I love these rivers to death. If they weren't about, 2 hours away from me, I would fish them all the time.
Alright, here comes the rest of the problematic water.
Now we're getting closer to the takeout point, not the takeout point, I'm sorry, to the camping site.
Paddle hard.
This stretch right here isn't too bad, but when the water's high,
Ooh, that was close.
this stretch right here can be
That was close.
dangerous. So if you're in a canoe, you need very good communication between the two of you. Make sure you establish your protocols and what you're going to say to each other to mark a rock
Oh, nice hole.
and how to react to it beforehand. If you're in a kayak by yourself, at least you get to make those decisions by yourself. It makes it a little bit easier,
It's probably a small
but definitely something you got to pay attention to.
Good fish on. Good fish on.
And gone.
Oh, what the?
Sorry about the language, man.
Oh, that was a big one.
Sometimes I feel like it's warranted. That was a monster.
That was fish on. Nowhere near as big as the one I just lost.
Essentially another fish from almost the exact same area.
You're gonna knock yourself out, bro.
And I keep harping on it, man.
Heavy little fish,
But
man.
the fish density in here
Hey,
is just insane.
chill. Chill. Are you serious? No kidding. Oh, look, and one trying to get it from him. Come on, little runt. Come on, little runt. There you go. All right.
These are essentially the last set of rapids that you'll have to go through to reach the intersection of the two rivers, the Rapidan and Rappahannock. And that's where we camp, is on the point of this intersection. And in the second video, I believe the second video, if not the third video of this series, I'll show you aerial shots from drone footage of the actual campsite.
Fish right here.
And in the third video, I have a map so that you
Fish
can
on.
plan the same trip if you would like.
Oh, no, you're not the one I saw. I saw one that was about 16 inches. Problem is, she saw me. I didn't manage the kayak well and ended up drifting right into the hole. And she saw me and pretty much turned off, which is a shame because she was right in feeding position. Right
That's
over
crucial
here
to
at the
plan
turn
your
rate, just
attacks.
waiting for her next meal to
Plan
come
the position of your
downstream.
kayak.
But
You got to
That's
plan
what I
where you're
get
going
for
to
not
be to make those
managing
casts.
my entrance better. Gotta do better than that. Fish on. Good one.
And here's the fish of the day right here. Running me around in circles. Ooh, we just saw her flash. Oh, she's a nice one.
Oh, good fish.
Yes.
Just the fish of the day right at the bottom.
And this pocket water that you hit down here, where the two rivers meet, is phenomenal. I catch a lot of smallies that you'll see them later, even bigger than this
Come on
one,
up here.
in this pocket water. And I mean, it's just phenomenal water, incredible water, where these two rivers meet.
No.
But yeah, just please take care of them. Yeah, keep your footprint small. I'd ask you to catch and release, but I mean, as long as you're not wasting the fish, I understand.
Hey.
Look at that. What a fish. And the patterns, oh man.
Made a blind cast over the grass where he couldn't see me. And she just pounced
Yep.
on it.
I actually sat on a grass pile and rocks upstream of this fish and casted literally directly over it into the current break, because that way she couldn't see me. It made fighting it kind of precarious at first, but it paid off. Obviously it paid off. Well, here she goes. Goodbye, gorgeous. Oh, man. But yep, here's the look on my face after catching like 50 or 60 smallies the first day here. And I caught these at the campsite. That didn't get them on video. I was just messing around with them, casting from shore. I caught another one of the same size too. But there'll be 2 more videos covering this camping trip with even bigger smallmouth. And it'll include the maps as well, so you can see how to actually get here yourself and plan the trip. So, please stay tuned and have a good one.